Good day. My name is Bart-Jan Penning from the University of Groningen. If you want to see how I look like, this is me. I'm working already at Faculty of Economics and Business for many years, and one of the things I'm interested in is in a big business how companies are involving their customers and moreover poor customers into their business. So there we are. Now I have to look up where is the option to go back. There is the main line of reasoning. It's involving local communities from the other side of the chain. There it is. And one of the main articles is from Prahlad and Stuart Hart from 2002. It was about value creation at the bottom of the pyramid. The real source of the market is not the existing customers, but the billions of aspiring poor who are joining the market economy for the first time. Now we all know what's the problem. Those people who are very poor are with huge numbers, for example in Nigeria, India, but they do not have that much money. But first to describe it on how much they have, or I'm not about what they have, if you can see if you look at why it is called the bottom of the pyramid, if you look at the top of the pyramid, I can show you over there. It's the one in the middle, on the top. Those people are earning more than $20,000 a year capital income, and you can see how much they are, 75 to 100 million people. But if you look at people who are earning between $1,500 and $20,000, it becomes 2 and 3 tires. It becomes already a lot more. And then if you look at those who are earning less than $1,500 a year, divided by 365 a year, so that's about €4, between 3 and 4 euros a day, about 4,000 million people. So that's a lot. That's why the bottom of the pyramid is an interesting one. So how can companies include them or build up relations with them? You see, even there are more for the World Resource Institute. There is even more to describe what's the size. You can see here in the regions Africa, Asia, Eastern Africa, and Latin America, in terms of the bottom of the population, bottom of the pyramid, share of total population. In Africa, the most are poor. And you can see here something much broader. In Asia, on the second line, there's 83%. What's their income? Higher than, for example, in Africa. That's the third column. Look at this column in terms of what they are earning. So there's been a lot of research, but it's clear it's the bottom of the pyramid. What do companies? If the bargaining power and the buying power of those customers are not that big, you are going to produce smaller products, packed in smaller numbers. So in Africa they sell cigarettes per piece, as it was in the Netherlands long time ago as well. So Nestlé is repacking its package from huge packages to smaller ones. That's interesting to know. That's one way of involving all those local customers into your own selling procedures. We also know this something from Tanzania, where I visit every year 2 times, and there I found out that they sell also cognac. It could be in the big bottle of 1 liter, but then it's rather expensive. Not for Europeans, but for Africans it's not cheap. But still, if it's not for us, it's not cheap, but for them it's a rather expensive one. So what they do is the Tanzanian Distillers Limited sells it in smaller packages, so in smaller bottles, and it becomes very cheap because this one is already affordable. It becomes even smaller, and then you can see this is 3,000 shillings, so that means €2. This is about 6,500 Tanzanian shillings. I guess this is about €2. This is about some more 4. And then if you look at the next one, here we can see they also sell it into small plastic packages in a box. But then the youth can buy together one and can easily share. But is this also including the bottom of the pyramid in an ethical way, in a good ethical way? I doubt. But this means this comes close to the end of the bottom of the pyramid, including them, or at the borders of it. The poor are poor, vulnerable, lack of education, ill-informed, victims of social and cultural deprivations, and sometimes they find it hard to make their own choices in self-interest. So there are the limits of getting the bottom of the pyramid into your work. But now the newer ones in bottom of the pyramid 2.0 and more, it's not only as generators of goodwill that companies do it, but they are including them not only as customers but also as key players. They want to learn from them what they prefer as small packages. What is in it for them that they're still going to buy it, because for them it's an expensive small one. How should they buy? It's not only as customers, including not only the consumers, but they also are trying to include local governments and representatives of civil societies in their business. Or in other words, new directions, new key players. It's about multinationals, NGOs and bottom of the pyramid. The new role of NGOs and national and local government agencies in this field. Bottom of the pyramid, starting of 2.0. And even more once is bottom of the pyramid, then it's in the center of this triangle. There it is, co-creation logic. Work with people from the bottom of the pyramid and the multinationals and the local governments and other NGOs, how to make it up. So, and that comes close to the new business models, a new direction in economic thinking about multi-value creation in new business models. So starting with a very old-fashioned or new idea already from 2002, business at the bottom of the pyramid and how to include these customers and how to reach them. It's nowadays reaching to them in a two-step flow in between rather local governmental agencies and NGOs. And on the other hand, it's not only approaching them with a two-step flow of buying, but also with creating with them some values. So here we are. We're almost at the end. I would say thank you very much, and I hope you have learned something and it will raise up in your mind new questions.